I do not want it. Can I just eat a healthy diet and exercise? This statement has put more people in the cemetery than I care to tell you. Welcome to your daily health briefing. I'm Dr. Albert Tackett. This show is here to help you navigate the complex U.S. medical system, one step at a time. Whether you are decoding a new diagnosis, fighting for a referral, or just trying to stay informed, you are in the right place. Let's get into the science. My 54-year-old patient has high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and prediabetes. His Framingham risk score is 35%, meaning he is at high risk for cardiovascular disease over the next 10 years. And when I told him you need a medication for your cholesterol, he said, "No, doc, I do not want it. Can I just eat a healthy diet and exercise and fix that?" And I told him this statement has put more people in the cemetery than I care to tell you. And he was shocked because that is a statement I hear over and over. So let me tell you about this patient. Very nice guy. He's 54 years old and we have a great relationship. And he comes in religiously every 6 months for his checkups. And so this time around we did a battery of tests. And he has high blood pressure, of course. He's being treated for that. Has high cholesterol, has prediabetes. Cholesterol numbers and his overall risk based on the Framingham risk score put him at a point where we need to do something about the cholesterol. Why? Because cholesterol over time damages your arteries and leads to heart disease. And so based on this risk categorization, he is a candidate for a statin to treat the cholesterol. But of course, he's one of those folks who unfortunately have been misled about statins and how dangerous they are. If you're not aware, we have an entire statin series on the YouTube channel that you can check out. But he's terrified of statins. And so I asked him why. He said, "Oh, doc, I've heard so many terrible things about it. And, I just want to do a diet and exercise." And unfortunately, many people hold these same views. They've heard that statins kill their kidneys, kill their liver. They've heard that statins cause dementia, they cause diabetes, and all sorts of things. And he froze. And so I had to get into the science with him and tell him, what do we really know about statins and other medications? Because again, this is usually the first step to medication resistance across the board. As we moved along, he didn't initially want to take the blood pressure medicines I gave him because he's heard that they cause erectile dysfunction and all sorts of things. But after I talked to him about stroke risk and heart disease and heart failure, he reluctantly accepted. And so now his resistance again was with statins, right? And then furthermore, he brought up another statement that the medical industry anyways just wants to push medications. And of course, this is the whole issue. Medical misinformation that is leading patients to make bad decisions about their health, right? Because let's look at the facts, and we'll talk about this in another episode. Statins have been shown over the past 6 years to be very safe medications. No one has ever had liver failure from a statin. No one has ever had irreversible muscle injury from statins. But you know what statins have done? They have reduced the rate of heart attacks by over 30%. And I know I simplified this number for the general audience, but we know that statins prevent death from heart disease. They have reduced heart attacks and strokes. Matter of fact, if you have a heart attack and a stroke, you must be on a statin. We know that treating high blood pressure with medications improves outcomes, mortality, morbidity, that is death and sickness. We know for a fact that doctors are not paid kickbacks from prescribing medications. More on that in another episode. But patients, unfortunately, have been misled by all these conspiracy theories and are making bad decisions based on this. But do you know who also is to blame for this? doctors, because we have failed to be patient allies. We have failed to explain to patients how we actually get paid and how we actually prescribe medications. Let me tell you why. Because sometimes there is discomfort with doctors about talking money with patients. There is discomfort with doctors about correcting patients or contradicting patients. Some doctors want to play it safe. If I tell the patient the truth, he might not like the truth, get angry, and leave the practice and go see another doctor. But this is where a patient and a physician allyship has to earn its money. As a doctor, you must have the courage to correct the patient. You must have the courage to tell the patient, these are the facts. That's why you spend 12 years in school anyways. Otherwise, the patient can just go to ChatGPT and make ChatGPT their doctor. The patient comes to you and trusts you with their care because they want you to tell them even when they are wrong. So it's upon us physicians to build this relationship with patients where we are able to tell the patient, no, statins do not do all those things. No, blood pressure medications do not do all those things. And no, doctors are not making money off your prescriptions. But we're usually in a rush. The healthcare system is burdened, fragmented. Patients get pushed left, they push right, they go east, they go west. And no one sits down to say, no, take your medication because it will save your life. And so after multiple entreaties and going through the science with my patient, he finally acquiesced, listened to the evidence, and accepted taking the medication. And he told me that the line that changed everything for him was when I told him that, listen, if I prescribe you a statin right now, the only question I'm going to ask you is, where do you want me to send the prescription? If you say you want it to go to CVS in Timbuktu or the CVS in Dubai, I will send it there. It doesn't matter to me. The only thing that matters to me is that you take the medicine and your convenience in picking up the medicine. How do I get paid by the CVS in Addis Ababa or the CVS in Timbuktu or the one in Dubai? I don't know them. And that changed everything for him. Now, for you listening or watching, I do not know what's going to change anything for you. But I want you to walk away with this today, that when it comes to medication, always find the facts. Always ask the doctor you are paying a copay to see, what is the evidence? Is this medicine safe for me? Can I take it or should I take it? Because that's why you go and see him anyways. And secondly, make sure that you understand very well the side effects of medications. And that side effects are usually very rare in most cases. But above all, make sure you trust the doctor prescribing the medicine, because the doctor has your best interest at heart. Doctors are not trained to impose danger on patients. We are trained to prevent danger. And that is the lens that I hope you look at medicine, that I hope you evaluate your relationship with your doctor. I hope that you have a relationship with the doctor based on trust, that this doctor has my care and my best interest at heart. That is the foundation of medicine. And that is how we help patients eliminate the fear and the suspicion that they have towards the medical profession. And on this note, we're going to wrap up today. But I will see you next episode, because your care doesn't stop here. The fight must go on. This has been the Daily Brief. Medicine is not about certainty. It is about responsibility. Decisions are often made with incomplete information, but they are always made with your safety in mind. In a system that can feel rushed and fragmented, you deserve clarity, continuity, and an advocate who sees the whole picture. I am Dr. Albert Taken, your physician ally, high-level science, human-level care. I will see you at the next briefing, or I will see you in the clinic.